All right. What story you got for me today, Jason?
I got lots of stories for you. Well, I'm Jason.
And I'm Jules.
And
we doing filmographies.
Here we are with the third Phoebe Cates film.
Yeah, I guess so.
Babysister. It's Babysister, right? Not Little Sister, Babysister? It would be Babysister.
Yeah, it's Babysister.
She's a Babysister.
Yeah.
Did you sleep a little bit before coming over?
I did. Several hours.
Do you want to drink this fucking nasty pickle juice shot?
Sure, Texas Craft.
Oh my God, stinks.
Premium quality.
Fuck.
It's not bad.
I am great at doing shots. I can drink these little bottles, no problem. I got halfway through this and I almost started throwing up everywhere.
Oh, wow.
I had to stuff it back down, drink the rest, and then I almost threw up again when I was trying to get to that beer. To get rid of that pickle taste, which still is filling my mouth.
So, yeah, Babysister. Is this the fourth one, or is this...
I think it's the third. Paradise, Fast Times, Babysister.
Oh, I got a question.
Yeah.
Can you hit me with that synopsis?
You don't have any trivs?
No.
You don't even know what network this played on?
No.
Man, I was really hoping you let me... Can I Google it real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, it premiered on ABC on March 6, 1983.
6 days before my second birthday.
And 1983, the...
Year of the Matrix. Goddamn right.
Babysister. After years of verbally abusing her father, high school loser turned college dropout Annie, Phoebe Cates, infiltrates her successful sister's life, throwing it into turmoil after seducing her soon-to-be brother-in-law into a tawdry scandal, destroying even more lives as she proves there is no depth to which she won't sink in her pursuit of becoming the world's worst baby sister.
So the movie starts, and we're just like smack dab in Phoebe Cates's grill.
Yeah,
she's riding on a
sweaty
Greyhound-like bus.
It gets sweaty on this bus.
It does, and she opens up the window, which seems like a bygone era.
They didn't have air conditioning in 1983.
They didn't.
No.
Well, they did, but their apartments didn't come with it because they figure, well, we live on the beach.
But she's in a bus.
Yeah, that's it. But she opens up the window. You don't normally get to open up a traveling bus window.
But there was no air conditioning because it wasn't invented yet.
Well, but they would have had a fan, probably, like they do in court.
They would have a big block of ice and a fan right in front of it.
Mm-hmm. That's not enough for you. I don't know what is.
Right.
I guess windows. So she's rolling into California, Los Angeles. I thought she was like running away to there because her sister like lives there. I mean, she does, but they're from there.
That is a weird revelation when you're like, oh, the whole family's there?
Yeah, like the dad's there. I'm like, came out?
And by whole family, I mean your dad?
And mother-in-law.
Are they married?
I believe so.
Then why is she making weird comments about him joining her for tennis doubles or whatever?
I don't know. It just sort of seemed like she's there. Maybe it's his maid.
His old maid?
He has a maid. Her name is Rosa.
I guess sometimes the maids are old.
So she's like calling up her sister like, hey, I'm at the non-Greyhound station. Can you come pick me up before like a pimp comes and puts me in his stable?
But man, it's nice how it's like not really a hellscape like a lot of these movies.
Yeah.
It's just like a Greyhound station. And that guy's too close to her.
Yeah, he's leering at her.
But he's not doing anything super bad.
He never actually says anything.
No, he's just kind of like there in case she wants to look at him and give him a, hi, how's it going?
Mm-hmm. So her sister comes and grabs her. And she's like, what did you do? And then she goes, I dropped out of school. So I'm like, oh, damn, she left high school. Oh, did you tell Dad? And she goes, no, I didn't. Can I live with you for a little bit? And she goes, yeah, that's cool. I got to drop you off because I'm going back to my gallery. But Dave is there. Dave.
Is it either of those names?
I don't know.
Her sister looks like it would be her mother.
That's why, for some reason, my mind skipped Babysister and went to Stepsister. Because I'm like, oh, they don't even look anything remotely like.
No, and one looks like the mother.
Yeah, she looks like Stockard Channing.
She's not unattractive, but the device of saying this is my little sister, real confusing. Yeah. I think she's like 31 and Phoebe Cates is probably 18 or 19. Yeah,
Marsha or Pamela Bellwood right now is 73 years old. Right now Phoebe Cates is 61. So that lands. So she's like, well, yeah, I'm going to drop you off. And, I thought she said David wasn't going to be there.
I thought she said he was.
But then he was, and he had no shirt on.
Yeah, he's just a sweaty 30-ish guy. He looks old, too.
Oh, Ken doll looking motherfucker.
Hi. Hi. Whatever it is you're selling, I'm buying.
You must be David. I'm
Annie.
He's a real hunk golden.
Do you know who he is?
Hunk golden?
He's the dad from Blossom. And he quit acting after Blossom, except for a few things.
Interesting.
And he's mainly been directing.
Can't place that.
I was looking him up, and the first picture
I
is a
suppose
picture.
so. I suppose so. Yeah, David Mitchell.
Is that his name?
Ted Wass is his name, but the character's name is David Mitchell. So he's like kind of immediately sort of slightly flirting with her, which is no good.
No, it's weird.
It is.
There's like a comment he makes later on, and I'm just like, what?
Because it'd be one thing if throughout the course of the film, as the sister gets lost in her work and kind of keeps foistering them upon each other to occupy their lives while she's gone, that then it sort of just happened to develop.
Yeah.
But he was ready to go from the jump.
It's wild.
Which makes it feel predatory. Because I kept thinking the whole time, like, you know, this could work. But then you come back to, no, they're sisters.
Yeah, that's the big problem.
Right.
If this is just a meet cute and she worked in his office, they seem like they could really be something.
Or if they were friends, her and her, and that happened, you could kind of, bitch. But at the same time, it isn't blood. There ain't blood in the water. But when it's a sibling, man, it's just too messy. It just is convenient that it works out just fine here.
You'd never do Gabe like that. I'd never do my brother Jeff like that.
No.
I fucked all his hoes. So yeah, she goes over there. I don't know. They're pretty friendly right off the bat. He's all juicy and sweaty.
Yeah, he's a doctor. He's got a practice. He's actually quite devoted to it. But his woman wants him to go into that private medicine to get her set up for life as a kept woman. But she also is trying to get her burgeoning gallery off the ground.
Yes, the child of a rich white person.
A real LA kind of thing.
I'm starting up a gallery. So not like a real business or anything. No, it's a paintings to rich people.
Yeah, and when we see the showing later, it feels like they just hung up pictures in like a house.
I said that to Jennifer.
Right.
I said, this is somebody's house.
Yeah.
And they removed everything out of the living room except for the built-ins.
Yeah.
And they put out a long card table.
Like they're putting it on the wall and it's the door to like the kitchen.
Yeah. And she comes down like the stairs from upstairs by the bedrooms. Phoebe Cates doesn't really know what to do with herself. She had always told her father she didn't want to go to college right after high school. He kind of bullied her into it. What is it? She's like, well, maybe my doctor boyfriend can get you a job. She's like, no, I'll get my own job.
Yeah.
She's trying to set her own path.
And she's going around to like agencies and interviews in like a halter. And nothing really overtly sexist or demeaning occurs.
Except for the stuff between her and David.
But I mean, like when she goes like, she isn't rejected or it isn't like, I'll give you this job if you, So she can't get a job. And then David's like, oh yeah, I got a job. Some chick is quitting and I need a receptionist. It's not a handout though. You got to be on your shit. And they do spend a decent amount of time. I mean, the house that him and Marcia live in feels like a really nice house.
Yeah.
But they're like, oh yeah, we're still struggling.
Well, I know.
Not
at all, guys. Come on.
Yeah. And he drives like a nice new Volvo and shit. So Phoebe Cates gets that job. She rents an apartment in a house that looks like it's condemned.
It's not an apartment. It's the house. I thought it was an apartment for the longest time. And then I saw how small the house was. And
first
I said, well,
floor at least.
I don't even think there's a second floor to that house.
Yeah. There's a window upstairs that's like boarded up.
That seems like a shitty attic. I was shocked to be like, oh, she's in a house. Ooh, I'm scared for her.
You know what shocked me throughout this entire movie?
How fine Phoebe Cates is.
How easily everybody was able to just drive directly up and park in front of every building they were going to.
Can't even do that here, let alone in San Pedro.
Yeah, right. And so, I don't know. It's weird because they're not courting him and her, David and Phoebe Cates.
But you're also not feeling any sparks between David and Phoebe Cates' sister.
No, right. That just sort of feels like...
It's formal.
That we've been in this relationship. It's like that part of the relationship where we don't... Because he wants to bang on her. And she goes, well, my sister's right next door. And he goes, all the more reason.
Did he say that?
Yeah, something like that.
David, come on. She's in the next room.
Well, then I think we should stop talking.
Oh, David, it's hot. It's been a long day. Come on, let's go to sleep.
Okay, fine. Let's get some sleep.
And he goes to bed pissed. She's like, "Are you mad, David?" He's like, "No." And then she cuddles on him. And throughout the entire movie, they emphasize how hot it is and how sticky and sweaty people have become. So eventually, something happens. That Asian fella, he ODs.
Phoebe Cates is thriving at the office. They have a good back and forth, her and the doctor. She gets along well with the patients. There's even the fucking horrible bitch patient.
Yeah.
That, like, he's like, don't worry about her. She's a bitch.
Yeah, she won't take her pills.
But then she gets a call when she's in the office and hands it over to him. And he's like, what? Mrs. Chang?
Yeah.
No, I'll be right there.
I was going to go with Yamamoto, but I think Chang is actually exactly what it is.
So. And then he is trying to leave without her. And she's like, I'll come and help you.
No, he goes, where are my car keys? And she has them. He goes, all right, come on, let's go.
Well, because she'd already
She
asked
goes, do I have time to shower? He goes, no.
Oh, you're that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, Roger and out. Let's go.
So they go there, and Mrs. Chang's son, was it Robbie or Bobby or something?
Yeah, Robbie Bobby.
Yeah, he's locked himself in the bathroom, and he's trying to bust in. And when he gets that door down, and that boy is just leaning against the tub, kind of more of a man, I was like, well,
I don't
what?
know. I feel like he was like 15, 16.
Right, yeah, okay. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the child that I expected necessarily.
Oh, sure.
And initially I was like, what? I thought he probably slit his wrists or killed himself in there, but he's just kind of leaning against the tub.
Because we don't know what the hell's going on.
But then when they lay him down, you see the band around his arm. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
Heroin.
Yeah, because we don't know what's going on. He just is rushing to Mrs. Chang's.
Dilaudid, morphine,
Opium.
cocaine.
Yeah. And he's dead.
Mrs. Chang takes it pretty well after being so upset in the
She
bathroom.
was super upset. He goes, get Mrs. Chang out of here.
And Phoebe Cates takes her by the hand and just gets her out of there.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know that I'd be grabbing that lady and like tugging her away from there.
And then David comes out and he just shakes his head slightly no. She goes, oh, well, all right.
Yeah, and Phoebe Cates like rubs her shoulder. Can we do a Phoebe Cates check-in?
Okay.
It's not a boner check-in.
Okay.
How are you liking her in this?
You know, I don't know, man. I think, honestly, in everything up to now and including this, she has a profound maturity to her, but I just never feel like the material is like, it's like a waste of her time, almost.
I think Fast Times, she's got a much more interesting character in Fast Times.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. She's charming and effortless, and I really am enjoying her a lot. Up to this point in the movie, the first 20, 25 minutes of this movie, I was like, fuck, this is kind of like a nothing. I don't hate it, but I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah.
At a certain point, it shifts. And I'm like, how's Phoebe Cates going to get through this? This is kinda, I'm excited to see what she does with her life. Let's see what the rest of this movie has to offer. I was pretty much shortly before this totally on board with this movie.
I mean, it's interesting because I think her personality lends an element to this movie.
depth that isn't there.
Yeah, but that suggests that her character has like a firm grasp of herself and the world around her, but the character is painted very much like she's rudderless and doesn't know what to do, right? But it feels like she has the will and the tenacity to do whatever the fuck it is she wants to do.
Well, this movie, I feel like everybody in this movie feels that way about her, but only David? He's the only one that sees her as she truly is. There's moments early on where like he feels like people are being dismissive of her.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? No, she's a special lady.
Yeah, there is a scene where when he's helping being a handyman in her place, he says something to she like basically gives up or you know, laments that she's hopeless or whatever. And he snaps back and he's like, that's bullshit.
You don't give yourself enough credit. Look at me. You have a lot going for you behind those pretty brown eyes.
After Bobby Chang's dead, they kiss.
It's fucked up.
You know, they kiss.
It's fucking weird.
It is. I actually thought his explanation and the way he handled it was like probably the best way to do it if he then would have left her alone.
David, I wish what happened between us last night hadn't happened.
Annie, it was just a kiss.
Well, I think I should find another job.
Annie, come on, let's not get crazy. Look, last night we were both vulnerable. We just won't put ourselves in that kind of situation again. And you can still work here, and we can still be friends.
He's like, we could totally just be friends. And she's like, word. But there's some guy out there poking around. And she goes out there and she goes, what are you doing, mister? And he goes, oh, I'm looking for my meds. He's supposed to be in this drawer here, over here. She goes, who are you? Oh, I'm such and such. They just leave it in there. You're new. Don't worry about it. And David comes out like, yo, you Vietnam hippie, I told you not to come around here anymore. So now they are on full-on court mode, and she's drawing him, and they're walking around, and the sister is just doing her thing. But, you know, the gallery is a fickle beast.
Yeah, she's like just always there on the weekends. The reason he comes to help little baby sister is because that lady's busy all weekend.
And that's the truth about the gallery business. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I know. I ran one in San Pedro.
Right. So, of course, you know.
Yeah.
It's very reputational, but reputations don't mean shit at the same time. So when they're like, well, we don't know who you are, you know, that part of the film felt like a plot in a season of Beverly Hills 90210. When, like, they're out of high school and Donna's, like, doing her adult thing, and that's her dream, was to start a gallery or something.
Such rich white people stuff.
Yeah, it's so silly. Yeah, it is. Because, yeah, we do meet the dad. He is very wealthy. He does not like Phoebe Cates. She thinks it's because she played across the street, which is when her mother got shot in a drive-by.
No. That's not what happened.
She got
She's
hit
not
by a
allowed
car.
to play across the street.
Yeah.
Her mom saw her across the street, freaked the fuck out, didn't look both ways, just bolted and got killed.
And they buried her in the pet cemetery, but it just didn't work.
Well, sometimes that is better.
So the dad's like, you killed my wife. My wife. And so that's being lorded over her. But it really doesn't matter. And then her and David finally boink. They only go boingo.
Is it the weekend that he invites her to the house?
I think
Or
he
is
does
it
do
before
that. And then
I feel like they did it somewhere else. Maybe at Phoebe Cates' house after the ballet. He's like, I'd love a cup of your famous coffee. She's like, okay. There's no coffee. The second they get in the house, he starts kissing her and they bone down.
And then she's laying there nude atop him. And they're like, what are we going to do? And he's like, well, look, me and your sister, man, we've been over for a while now.
10, 20 years.
You know, we possibly own this house together, but don't worry about it.
I feel like it's her house.
Oh, maybe. And pretty much it just hums along like this until David is beaten up by that guy. And it's like the biggest action fight. Like, this is more action than like some of the stuff in like Zeus, which is like an action movie. Like, it seems unnecessarily action driven. Dudes are going through furniture and punching.
All the while, Phoebe Cates, you can hear her continuously trying the doorknob.
What's going on in there? David, does everything go right? Do you want to call the police?
It's
like, call the fucking cops.
Call the police, kick down the door,
Yeah.
throw your body into it. You cannot just keep wiggling the handle talking.
It was so silly because once I realized that you could still very much hear her and how stupid they made her character in that moment, you're just like, what is wrong with you people? Because then she finally calls the police. The guy comes out after, knocking a shelf over onto David's butt, and he looks at her and then he runs away.
He's all fucked up and covered in blood.
And it's the opening of Marsha's big opening.
Julian, after they start having sex, Phoebe Cates and the boyfriend of her sister, there's a really interesting moment where they go out to lunch. He takes her on a little date.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And she is so uncomfortable. She's so terrified somebody's going to see her.
Yeah.
She keeps like turning her head towards the wall so anybody coming by won't see her.
She goes, is that Derek, your friend?
He's like, no, it's not Derek.
It's totally fine.
I killed Derek last night. I fed him to the Lost Boys.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for her. They're up to no good.
Yeah.
Although by this point, it is very clear that relationship is not working and isn't going to pan out. You still don't fuck her little sister.
Right. That's just it. Because it just feels especially bad because it's her little sister.
You're going to have to wait. You know what? You can come back to this relationship. You just got to give it like 2 years.
Yeah.
Break up 2 years. Come on back.
Yeah, because at this point, even though, she's still operating under the assumption or the false reality that their relationship is humming along and they're going to eventually marry or whatever.
Gallery lady?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gallery sister?
Her baby sister, it's almost like her child. So when she comes in and this guy just like predicates on her. Even though there's nothing wrong with it age-wise. She's not underage. She's 19.
What is it? He does some weird come on to her when she's giving flowers to him for thinking for the job, something.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, would you date somebody like me? Like, he is explicitly coming on to her, and she's like, nope, too old for me. He's
Younger
like,
guys.
oh, man, too
right.
bad.
Well, I guess we'll just always have to work together. And then when they're at dinner with her old man and she comes like late, he says something like, the Gorman sisters are always worth the wait or something.
Oh, God.
And then when she runs out of the house after the dad disparages her, David goes after her.
See, that's like, it's these weird moments where people are being rude to or about Phoebe Cates, and he's got that look on his face. I like that. I appreciate him for that, because I feel like she has nobody in her corner.
Right.
Even her sister is, in that she will provide her with a place to stay and be nice to her. But it's not like they're tight and really working things out.
No, because specifically in that moment at dinner, when she runs away and David like takes it upon himself to go after her, the sister kind of gives him the gesture like, yeah, go check on that.
Go get her. That's I want her to be with
when,
you.
Of all people, she should probably have been the one.
Yeah.
So when it's opening of her gallery, they're selling pictures and people are popping off, and she's just like, where is David? And the assistant's like, you want me to call his
the practice?
His clinic? Because it's like 9 p.m., which is like 6 a.m. in California. People don't have dinner till like midnight on Perry Mason.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that true?
They're like, oh, it's 11 o'clock. Let's go get something to eat.
That's fucking gross.
Isn't it?
A big, heavy-ass meal?
Yeah.
Once or twice a year, we'll get like a late-night pizza when we're drunk at like, it'll get here at like 11.
Yeah, they're always like, let's schedule a meeting over dinner. Let's say 9 p.m. It's like, all right. So
I have kids. I'm eating dinner at 5.
They call the clinic and the cop answers.
That's so fucking weird when they're marching Phoebe Cates out and the phone rings and that cop just stops and goes, he doesn't say anything. He just picks it up and puts it to his ear and they cut.
Because I thought Phoebe Cates instinctively would have just answered the phone because that's her job. And she's walking right next to it. But no, just some beat cop answers the phone.
Why? I don't think you do that.
And then
it's
the
not
assistant
somebody's house.
Casually puts the receiver down and walks over. Excuse me, I have an update. Your boyfriend's been beaten to death, And she gets the hell out of there. I thought there was going to be a moment where she was like, I can't leave. And the assistant would be like, go, girl.
I would rather she choose the gallery.
I was
we know
kind of hoping that would be the case.
Yeah.
So she gets to the hospital and they're like, who are you? And she's like, I know him. And they're like, oh, okay, well, he's in a coma.
His girlfriend brought him in.
Yeah, she's out there. And she goes, girlfriend. She storms out and she sees Phoebe Cates and she goes, oh, you wouldn't believe they called you his girlfriend. Oh, I am.
Yeah.
I love him.
I didn't mean for this to happen.
Yeah.
And she's appropriately horrified. And also, older sister goes from looking okay in the beginning of the movie to by the time she's wearing that jumpsuit, I'm like, older sister, thumbs up.
I thought she was banging the whole time.
I was not at all into her for 2/3 of the movie, but then she showed up in that jumpsuit with a drink in her hand, and I said, oh.
Yeah. It also felt like they could have pretty easily just continued to lie. Because she's just like, why were you at the clinic so late?
Sucking his dick.
It could have just been like, well, he wasn't at the gallery, so he went over there.
He makes me do it if I want to keep working here every night at 9 p.m.
Or better yet, I went to go clear out my shit because I'm leaving tomorrow.
Because that's actually what's
going on.
Yeah.
But instead, she's like, I love him. She's just like, oh my God.
I'm going back to, where is she going back to? Idaho, Iowa, Chicago, New York City? I thought it is a place. She says a place, and I can't remember what it is.
I can't either, to be honest. I'm like, well, why wouldn't she just go to school at any of the schools in California?
No, she's going back to the school she was at.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't want to be there. She needs distance.
I guess. And so David wakes up and he's got a really big gauze wrapped around the top of his head.
Phoebe Cates is hey, Greta.
He goes, girl, you know it's true.
I love Phoebe Cates. I do.
Yeah, we aren't together anymore. And there was a really good line where it hadn't yet dawned on the sister what Dave's telling her until she says, I loved you, not realizing that she isn't saying I love you. Mm-hmm. And he goes, I loved you. And she goes, oh, past tense.
Yeah.
And he goes, girl, don't, I apologize for what I did. I'm not going to go after your sister, but, she's your family and she's all you got. So you need to get on down there.
But she actually frames it as you're all Phoebe Cates has because your dad hates her.
Yeah.
So really, you're her only family.
And so she gets on down there and it's crazy. She buys a plane ticket and goes through TSA just so she could run up and stop Phoebe Cates. Because there's no way that she could have just walked onto the ticketing area, the boarding area.
Are you making a joke?
I am, because that's how it worked back then.
You just get to run around.
You just walk wherever the fuck you want, yeah.
Go in there with your boombox. In your eyes, don't go, Phoebe Cates.
Yeah. I also like that a lot of the cars that we saw out on the street were holdovers from the 70s, which you see a lot of in reality. Cars that were popular the decade before still dominating the vehicles that you see lined up on the street.
People don't have money to buy new cars.
And
some do, but most people know.
No, and so she's like, hey, I'm sorry. And she goes, no, I'm sorry. And she's like, yeah, we're both sorry. And but I do have to leave, and I'll never see you again. And she just boom, slaps the shit out of her. Now they make up, they're friends, and she loves her, and I love you. And Phoebe Cates doesn't say anything. She just gets on to the precipice of boarding the plane, stops, looks back, and it freeze frames on her. And then we get treated to another round of the amazing music for this movie. Songs such as When It Gets Too Hot, Love Can. Remember those jams?
No.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to play them.
No. The one song, When It Gets Too Hot, plays at the beginning when she's coming in. Uh-huh. When it gets too hot. And then it plays at the end. And the movie's over. And it was fine.
I like this movie.
For a TV movie, because it isn't about something heinous.
Yeah, it's not anything super exciting or wild.
No, it's not like I'm too young to die or I'm a lonely woman. It's just here's some teenage girl and...
No, I liked it. I grew to really wonder what would happen between her and the doctor. I appreciated that they slowly peppered it, showed you the way that older sisters, that relationship's not doing so good. Mm-hmm. I'm glad they gave us the slow revelation on that.
Yeah.
The movie's deeply flawed based on the fact that it's the little sister who's being helped by the older sister. They love each other. Is fooling around with her boyfriend.
Yeah, like I said, if they wouldn't have planted that seed immediately that he's cruising on her, I think this would have worked perfectly fine. Because he comes over to help. He's on her side. He's understanding. And then you peel back that, his relationship is unfulfilling and he's not a dirtbag.
Yeah, he's not aggressively trying to dick her down.
No.
I think he's basically a good dude, but that's kind of how people talked back then.
Yeah, I mean, he's like an 80s guy, right? So he just probably flirts with everybody. Yeah. Probably a lot of the people at his clinic. It's a oddly nuanced, believable movie that is much, much better than Paradise.
Yeah.
It
feels real.
Yeah, it's okay. It's still whatever, but she's building up, I think, that buzz.
Yeah. I think it's got a real chill vibe to it, too. Mm-hmm. Did it kind of feel a little bit like a hangout movie to you? I think it's that TV movie quality. I guess that's what we were touching on. You were touching on specifically that it's not some insane issue of the week movie.
Yeah.
It seems like it's an hour-and-a-half episode of a TV show you've never seen before.
Yeah, because they're really... I mean, the guy who steals drugs, he's a bad guy, but, he isn't a caricature of street tough or anything, nothing in here is overtly stupid or silly or bad or capitalizing on fears of the time. So, yeah, man, I don't know. It sounds like you enjoyed this movie well enough. What would you give it on a monetary scale?
You're going to be $100.
A monetary scale.
Yes, I'll give it $100.
Excellent.
Out of what? What is the... I give it $65 out of $100. Okay. I give it a 6.5.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Sure.
It had a weird charm. I think it's maybe just that 80s TV movie throwback vibe, things that I used to catch when I was little.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 5.5. I think it's got a lot of heart, and it doesn't need to exist, but it does at least justify its existence, Right. I don't really need to ever see it again, but yeah, it's pretty dang good little TV movie.
What do you give my friend Phoebe?
I think she's got a nice personality, so I'm just going to give her a 6.
Yeah, it's not like a revelation, but like she's always got that vibe going. And I like that vibe a lot.
Yeah, she's one of those actors who early on got the full embodiment of a performance. She's just doing small things with her hands and body placement and movement and just sort of being within the scene as opposed to like acting the scene. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. She seems to just be able to like drop herself in these scenes and seems like she's living them. That's what I always say. That's how I describe it.
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
So that's Babysister.
Why don't you tell them what they should do?
You can go to our link tree. You can email us at wedoingfilmographies@gmail.com. You can call the hotline. You can text it. You can leave a voice message. It's 763-634-1897.
So you don't only have to leave us an Apple podcast review to get us to cover a movie. You could also leave us reviews on Podchaser, Podcast Addict, Audible, and Good Pods. Mm-hmm. Those would be acceptable. You just have to let us know.
Yeah.
And let us know what movie you want us to do.
Yeah, rate us and leave a review and a movie suggestion, and then call the hotline to let us know you did it.
Oh, yeah. Or text it, or just whatever. And head over to the Now Playing Network at nowplayingnetwork.net. And fire up
Tracks
Marcus
of the Damned.
Ripley's Tracks of the Damned.
Marco Rippo.
Yeah. Next week is?
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Incorrect. That was last week.
Oh.
Next week
is
Copland.
Oh.
Private School. Next week is Private School.
Okay.
I think she goes to a
public school.
Oh. Boston Public.
Hey.
All right. I've been Jason.
And I've been Jules.
And good night.